Farmers across the country are becoming increasingly concerned about their livelihoods as the government shutdown drags on with no end in sight. American farmers were already struggling financially as President Trump's tariffs drive up the costs of fertilizer and farming machinery. Also, the ongoing trade dispute with China is putting additional stress on growers of corn, wheat, and soybeans who rely on the country to buy their crops. Last week, President Trump said he is considering a $10 billion bailout for farmers because of his tariffs, but the shutdown is holding up congressional approval. For more on this, let's bring in Nick Levendofsky. He is the executive director of the Kansas Farmers Union. The organization is part of the National Farmers Union, which represents more than 200,000 family farms and ranches across the U.S. So you're a great person to chat with about this, Nick. How is the shutdown impacting farmers in your union? What are you hearing from folks about what their concerns are?
Well, thank you, Chanel. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for covering this important topic. Farmers are very busy right now, especially here in Kansas. It's harvest time, so it's difficult to pull them away from what they're doing with harvest and actual winter wheat planting. But the conversations that I've had with farmers, they're very concerned. There's a lot of anxiety. This is a very stressful time anyway when you're trying to get harvest done, when you're trying to get wheat planted and all those things. And a government shutdown doesn't help with that anxiety and with that stress because farmers rely heavily on, especially our Farm Service Agency offices and the folks who work there, and those NRCS, Natural Resources Conservation Service offices. There's normally one in every county across the country. They rely heavily on those employees and those services that are provided through those offices.
And it's not just the shutdown, right? I mean, they're also dealing with high tariffs and then these trade disputes. So how are your members dealing with those issues? And what do they want to see from the government here?
Well, I'll tell you, we were out in D.C. a month ago. National Farmers Union hosted its legislative fly-in. We're always out there every September, right after Congress comes back from their August recess. And we shared a lot of these concerns with them. You know, we need a farm bill. This is something that we've been working on now for the better part of the last 3 years, if not longer. And they've just extended the 2018 Farm Bill the last two times. Now it's expired again as of September 30th. We need the certainty of a new farm bill, those programs that help farmers and help ranchers and rural communities, but also those programs that help consumers too, the nutrition programs that are funded by that. But we had very frank conversations with folks in the administration, the Department of Justice, the Department of Agriculture, members of Congress and their staff about the challenges that farmers are facing right now and how important it is that they act, and they need to act swiftly.
And Nick, just before I let you go, also want to ask about this bailout that Trump had promised before the government shutdown had happened. I mean, how much would that actually help at this point?
Well, I hate to say that, but it's just a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Unfortunately, it's not going to make farmers whole. It's going to do some good, but it's mainly going to do good for the bigger farmers because it's probably more than likely going to be based on production, and that means yields, that means bushels. So for the family farmer who we represent, I'm afraid a lot of them are probably going to get pushed to the bottom of that list and may not even be on that list. And that's very concerning. So, I just don't see how this is going to be very helpful to a lot of folks at all.
Yeah, sounds like a really tough situation. Nick Levendofsky, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.